And hello, everybody, and welcome to the Night Shift Lifestyle Show with Dr. Yel'Ora. So, on this show, we talk about night shift, unique problems. We talk about ways we can help night shift workers go beyond survival and thrive now. And not just that, we also provide tips and resources which will help elevate the night shift experience of everybody who goes to work during the nighttime. And I am your host. My name is Dr. Oredu. My business name is Dr. Yel'Ora. So Dr. Yel'Ora is the lifestyle, and Dr. Yel'Ora is my lifestyle and obesity coaching program that I offer to night shift workers. And we are doing more behind the scenes. We are doing a lot more to make sure that we alleviate the pain and suffering around night shift of night shift workers. So without taking so much time, I just want to open up the show with a statement, and the statement goes that you cannot manage what you cannot measure. You cannot manage what you cannot measure. And tonight on this show, I'm going to talk about weight loss. I'm going to talk about night shift and weight loss and the challenges people face when they work nights. And I'm going to give you tips on a better way that you can achieve meaningful and sustainable weight loss when you work at night. So kicking off the show, I want to bring back to your consciousness a show that was on TV for a very long time. So many of us enjoyed and we watched it and we liked it, and that is the biggest loser. So the biggest loser was a great show that was on TV for a very long time, but all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the show was pulled out of the TV primetime space. So the biggest loser was actually almost like a scientific experiment, because a lot of health professionals and scientists were able to, like, decipher and make a lot of analogies and write a lot of scientific papers as based on that show. And what I mean by that was that if you never watched The Biggest Loser, so this is like almost like a reality TV show that you have a lot of people, both men and women, who come from a whole range of backgrounds, and they come together under the supervision of a trainer, a physical trainer, and they work out like crazy, like military style, and workout, boot camp more like, and a lot of them lost weight. I mean, collectively, it's reported that most people who were on the show, they lost almost like 40% of their body weight. But what happened during the show is that people lost a lot of weight. They lost a massive amount of body weight and body fat, especially body fat. And as a result of that, about 23% of these people lowered their metabolic rate. And you know that we have the basal metabolic rate. It's the at the cellular level, that is the energy expenditure of your cell, of the body cells, that because the body, in the human body, energy is never lost. The body doesn't lose energy. It converts it or it stores it. So these people lost so much weight that they lowered their basal metabolic rate. And as a result of that, a lot of them regained the weight. Like, not a lot of them, maybe 23% of them regained their body weight. So I'm just going to talk about this as it relates to weight loss, and especially for people who work night shift. So the human body is very smart. Our bodies are programmed to respond to a lot of cues, not just outside physical cues, but also internal cues, because we have hormones. We have hormones that act directly, secreted directly into the blood, and then we have hormones that that are endocrine. They are stimulated by other higher centers. So as a result of that, the body is really a smart machine, kind of, for lack of a better word. And these hormones sense stress in your body. These hormones genetically, some of them respond because of the way your genetic makeup, what your genes, what you inherited from your parents, your environment, right? And then these hormones also, as you age, some of them change, some of them dwindle, and you start to have certain symptoms. But what I'm trying to say is that the body is so smart that when you crash your weight, and I'm saying this because I was at on a chat group with a lot of night shift workers, and people were kind of writing all kinds of meal plans that they adhere to. And I don't have a problem with dieting, but I know that dieting is not sustainable. It's not a sustainable way for people to lose weight and maintain weight loss. But at the same time, I know that everybody's body is different, right? But you have to adhere to a plan that is, first of all, personalized, that works for your body, sustainable for long-term weight loss, and also for you to be able to keep the weight off, and also meets your nutritional needs as you age. So talking about people that, the body being very smart too. So people that crash their weight, when you crash your weight, it senses, it triggers a counter regulatory response from your brain. Your body senses that you are in starvation mode, right? Remember back in the days, we were gatherers, we were, human beings. There was food scarcity. There wasn't food because we don't have all this mechanized, farming and industrialization and exportation, importation of food that we have now. So there was food scarcity back in the days. So the body had to adjust. So when you crash your weight, your brain senses starvation. And once your brain senses starvation, it now starts to hold on to the stores, your energy stores. It holds onto your energy stores so that your metabolic processes do not come to a halt. Because remember, the fact that I'm able to speak with you guys, or even when you sleep, even when you perform your daily activities, you need energy. So the body is always storing energy. The body is always equipped for the next step. Even before you take that, before you take the next step, or if you're walking, your body knows you're going to do that. So that it prepares your activity, your action potential, your muscles, the blood flow, so that when you move, it's seamless. So when you crash your weight, your body goes into turmoil. Crash weight. It sets your body on a spiral into turmoil, and then what happens is that you lower your metabolic rate. Your metabolic rate goes down. And you just don't want to lower your metabolic rate, because what that means is that when you now have exposure to food, when you now come into abundance of food, it's going to rev up your appetite. You see? It's going to rev up your appetite. And then you're going to eat so voraciously. And the problem with that is that you're going to eat so voraciously that you're going to go into overdrive and even gain more weight compared to the initial weight you started from. So you were like a 210, and then you crashed it to like 100 and maybe 100 pounds. You went from 210 to 100 pounds within a very short time. I'll put it at maybe 4 months, 5 months. You lower your metabolic rate. Then all of a sudden you start eating again. You just can't control your appetite. You can't control your appetite. And what happens is that you're going to eat, and then you're going to go way past 210 and be heading towards 220 or 230. Because remember, now scientists know that there's something called the set body weight theory, which means that your brain, your weight actually is set at a certain point. Your weight, your body weight. So when you try to lose weight, when you are in the process of losing weight, you want your weight loss to kind of oscillate. You just don't want to crash it, because the brain is very smart. You want to be within a certain range that is natural. That is your set body weight. You want to be within that range. You just don't want to crash it so quickly. Eventually, you may actually drop your weight by 100 pounds, 150 pounds, as the case may be, under medical supervision, if that is a healthy weight for you. But you want to do it gradually and stepwise, so that you do not lower your basal metabolic rate. And that is where I come in. That is why supervised weight loss is very essential. Supervised weight loss is very essential, and that is the service I provide. Supervised weight loss based on your goals. Because even as low as 5 to 10%, studies have shown that 5 to 10% weight loss has beneficial. You're going to reap rewards just from losing 5 to 10% weight. But in my program, we want you to go beyond 10%. We want you to get into the realms of 20%, 25%, as good as the GLP ones, if you put in the work, right? As good, you're going to lose as weight as much as what you can get with the GLP ones. For now, I don't offer that service. I don't offer it for now, because I want us to start from the do, re, mi of weight loss. No, we're starting from the ABC of weight loss, which is healthy living. We want to reset the mindset. We want to change behavior. We want you to shift into a healthier lifestyle. And of course, those medications are extremely, necessary. Some people need them. If that is what it will help you get to your goal. But the first step, the ABC, the do, re, mi, like I like to call it, is that we have to, first of all, get you to a point where you understand that in order for you to change, first of all, you have to define the problem. There has to be a way for you to measure the problem so that you can manage the problem. Does that make sense? You have to define it. So you work night shift, you're struggling with your routine, you're struggling with your weight. So we have defined it, that weight loss is something you desire. And then we're going to measure it. You're going to have to jump on a scale. You're going to hop on a scale, and we're going to get an assessment. And we're going to do all the math, and the strategies of how you got to be a certain weight. Over what period did this happen? And then we're going to manage it. Because we've measured it, we've defined it, we're going to manage it better. So define, measure, and manage. That's what we're going to do in my coaching program. Okay? So I'm going to leave you with a few words. And this is going to be like your assignment. If you work night shift and you just know that you have a valid reason for working nights, this is something you need to do. You need to work nights now before you can get to your next level. You have thought about it, you have had discussions with family members, and that's something you need to do to get to the next level. I want to tell you that you are in the right space. Okay? You are in the right space. This platform is 100% for you. And I'm also going to encourage you to tell your family members, your spouse or your significant other or your partner, to also listen to the show. So you are in the right place because you have defined the problem. And then secondly, we want to measure this problem. The measurement is the routine. What are those processes every day that you go through every single day as part of your life as somebody who works night shift? And your weight, how are those processes affecting your ability to maintain a healthy weight. And how much do you weigh? We really need to confront the numbers. We should not be afraid to scale. Don't be afraid to scale. Let's get on the scale and get an accurate weight, right? And then we're going to manage it. And that's where I come in as your coach. So I come in as your coach because I work night shift too. And I have been able to help a lot of people achieve a healthy weight, including myself. I worked with a coach, and the moment I just figured out that this is possible, you just don't have to allow yourself to gain weight and get sick while you work night shift. I started to manage myself, manage my life, manage my meals. So this is everything we're going to talk about on this show. Define, measure, and manage. These are the three key words. Because we want to lose weight, but we just don't want to drop our basal metabolic rate. That is why medically, a supervised weight loss by a physician, an obesity a specialist, somebody who's very enthusiastic about helping night shift workers, is the way for you to go at this time. Okay? So until next time, so just remember you can check me out, check my website, dryelora.com, DRYELORA.com, and you can send me send me a text, or ask me questions. I'll be happy to share your questions on my show. And then also, if you really want to participate in the coaching program, we're gonna open up for a limited time to have to get new people in readiness for 2025. Because I always talk about the leap and the reap mindset. You just have to take leaps. You have to. You have to really decide that you're gonna leap. That you've had enough of not being a little slow to action. So you need to leap. So with that leap into a healthier lifestyle, you're gonna reap the benefits forever. I can guarantee you that. Healthy lifestyle, you're gonna reap the benefits. Longevity. For one, if you can maintain a healthy lifestyle, which includes exercise, healthy meals, like plant-based nutrition, social connectiveness, avoidance of toxic substances and toxins and all that, and of course sleep, restorative sleep. If you can improve your life, if you can find a way to be wholesome in your life, longevity will probably be guaranteed. You may be able to attain longevity, and that is what we all want. Okay, so I'll be waiting to hear from you, and thank you so much for listening, and thank you to the people who have been very supportive of my mission and the vision that I have to help night shift workers. I don't take it lightly, but I want you to share this. I want you to comment. I want you to like. I want you to tell your friends. I want you to subscribe to my YouTube, Dusk to Dawn MD, Dr. Yel'Ora, and follow me on LinkedIn and all my social platforms. Okay, so thank you so much, and this is the Night Shift Lifestyle Show with Dr. Yel'Ora. Thank you, and bye-bye.